Hey everybody. So you might have heard a term passed around online, the idea of being a high value man. Now, I think there are some groups out there that take exception to this term, behind the idea that you can't claim one person to be of higher value than another person because everybody is of the same value, that we are equals, all of us. Which is, is beautiful and very altruistic, but unfortunately this is the real world, and it doesn't quite work that way. Now, before you get too carried away with thinking that I'm saying that we have supermen over here that are way better than everybody else, and these people over here that are not worth anything and should be stepped on, that is not the case either. You're just classifying a person's worth to society, really. So let's start at the other end of the spectrum and take a look. So maybe I can bring you guys through this and make you kind of see what the idea is behind being a high value man. Now, at the very other end of the spectrum, you have no value men. These are your pedophiles, your killers, your people who hurt people their whole lives for fun because they like it. People who just get everything they can by walking all over other people. I mean, these are basically the scum of the earth. If these were in biblical terms, these people are like demons. These are killers, people who hurt people. Just horrible, horrible people. Unfortunately, you may want to think that everybody's equal, but those people are out there. And those people are of no value. Not only do they add to society, but they take away from it. They take away good whenever they see it. So this is a no value man. This is the kind of man that we wouldn't miss. Society would be better without them, right? So then you've got, above that, you've got a low value man. Now, these are the people who they maybe don't really want to hurt anybody. However, they're always the victim. They're always a victim mentality. They're always, everybody's out to get them. Everything is against them. The world is against them. They never get what they want because the universe is just working against them. Therefore, they never actually have to work for anything because they have an excuse for why they don't have it. Now, these men, while they do not necessarily take away from our society, don't really add to it. In fact, maybe make themselves in an area where they need protecting, but will be angry at you for protecting them. It's just, this is a bad area to be in as well. This is an area where we start seeing a lot of our biggest problems, because these are people who will be considered socially acceptable. We're not throwing them in jail, but they're the ones who cry the most. They're the squeaky wheels, and sometimes squeaky wheels get grease. Unfortunately, when you're a person in power and you want that sound over there, that screaming person to just go away, you throw what they want at them, which is dangerous to us, but they're not necessarily really out there to hurt us, but they are causing society pain. Therefore, they're of low value. They're adding almost nothing, maybe not necessarily taking away, but definitely not adding anything. Now you get into a level just above that where you've got your middle value men. Now these are men that they go out and they do their work. They go out and they live a life, and they don't necessarily want to hurt anybody. They don't want to take advantage of anybody. But they're the ones who are just going to cruise through life. They're not ever going to try for anything. They're just going to cruise. They're your partiers, your people who just go around and move from place to place, looking for fun all the time. They'll hold a job, they'll pay their way, but that's only it, just to get them by, so they can do so they can basically lead a life of fun and leisure. Not necessarily anything wrong with this area of men. They're definitely not causing us any discomfort as a society, and they're not taking away from us. And this is your area where, you're going to start seeing people with great stories, right? People who are a lot of fun to talk to. They've done a lot of things. Not necessarily a bad area. They're not out to hurt anybody. They're out to have a good time. they're not really adding to society at all, besides, you know, maybe some good stories and some interesting people. But other than that, you know, they're not really adding, but definitely not hurting. And, you know, a lot of fun to talk to, a lot of fun to be around, for the most part. And then above them, you've got your fair value men. Now, these are men who, they hold their job, they take care of their responsibilities, they take care of their families, they do what is expected of them by society. They do what is required. They do what's needed to take care of their families. They're just responsible. These are your responsible men. They're carrying through, right? They're going to work. They're getting their job done. They're coming home. They're doing what they need to do at home. They're getting the job done very responsibly. Absolutely nothing wrong with being in this level at all. In fact, you know, this is where a lot of people in the world actually sit, is in this level here. Now, they're fair value because you're getting, like, societies, they're adding to society. They're definitely, you know, they're pulling us through. They're the ones who are getting 90% of the work done. Nothing wrong with being here. But at this level, these people generally get there and they stay there, right? These men generally get there and they stay there. Once again, nothing wrong with this. Like, this is the guys who, they go to work all week, they work hard, they get off on the weekend, they go camping with their family, right? Good salt of the earth people, absolutely nothing wrong with it. But they're happy with where they're at. You know, they get to that level and they're happy. They've got their family, they've got their work, they're respected, they're, you know, good people. And this level is a good level to be at, really, you know. And if you're at this level, don't feel bad at all. This is definitely, you know, this is where 90% of the people in the world are, and this is a good level to be at. Now, when you go above that, though, you get to your high level men. Now, these high level men are going above and beyond for society, for their families, for the people they love. These are your protectors, your people who are pulling us forward, people who are pushing forward in their fields, people who are pushing forward in their personal lives and their professional lives, fitness-wise. You know, they're just, in everything, they're trying to be the best they possibly can. And these people never reach a level where things are good. Like, there's never, okay, I made it, you know, this is it. I've accomplished what I need to accomplish, and that's it. We can coast from here on out and just enjoy it. Your high value man never gets to that point. Your high value man is always striving to be better, always striving to build better, always striving to make things better, always striving to bring other people up as well. These are people who are adding a lot to society and the people around them and their loved ones. They're the ones who are who really drive us forward and make us be better on a whole. A high value men add so much to society and bring us up to such a level. A lot of times when all people need to be made better is to see somebody else do it, or to have somebody show them that there is a positive way to do it. People just need to know that something's possible and have encouragement. And that's where high value men come in. They not only build themselves up, they come in and they build up everybody around them and bring up everybody. And the more high value men we have in a society, the higher up society comes as a whole. And that is why high value men are very important. And that is why we should all strive to be high value men. Now, whatever level you're at right now, you can start being a high level man today. Being a high value man doesn't mean that you're necessarily super successful, or that you've accomplished a bunch of things, or that you're super rich, or that you're that you're just extraordinary in those ways. You can start being a high value man today. A high value man is just really a willingness to push yourself forward and push everybody else forward and bring society up as a whole. So really, if you can get out of your victim mentality, if you can start working on yourself, start working to make yourself better, and start working to make those better around you, you add value right there. And you become high value in that way right away. And trust me, when you do that for long enough, those other successes will come. So let's all just start being high value men today. Let's all start building each other up, building ourselves up, making our lives better, making everybody else's life better. Let's just fucking get out there and kill it. You know what I mean? Let's just go out there and just destroy this day and every day going forward. And let's just do it. Let's just all be high value men together. All right? I love you guys. I hope you join me on this journey towards being the best we can be, being the heroes of our own story. All right? Love you guys.